Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back. With nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome everyone to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast for women over 50, and that also includes women over 60.
Yes,
So
very shortly, women
very
over
sh-
60.
That's
Besides
it.
me, it will be you.
Yep, and we're going to talk about that in this and coming episodes for sure. But our topic today is going to sound crazy. It's the vegan plus bacon philosophy, and we will explain that. The
Yes.
vegan plus bacon philosophy. It's a
Yes.
whole thing online. But before we get to that, you and I got to spend some quality time together with our chaperone, my husband, at the Casey and the Sunshine Band show.
Look
and
at my smile.
it was fantastic.
It
was
was
so great.
so much fun. So much fun.
He was so gracious on stage. Just he surrounded himself, just like he told us he did, with so many talented people, and he gave them all their moment, including the woman that you couldn't stop raving about, Maria, who is over 60
Yes.
and crushing it as a singer and backup dancer.
Yes. Yes. I had told you about her in the fall when I went and saw him with my husband. And we told him about it if you go back to our KC episode. And he remembered when we met him. And I was so in awe of that he remembered. He said, "Oh, I told Maria all about you too." So I was so thrilled that he actually remembered who we were.
Yeah, when we were walking up, we were in a line. It was like a meet and greet line. You may remember I don't know if it was still recording when he invited us to come backstage and say hello, but
Yes.
we get backstage and he saw us approach and he said, "Ladies, you're here. I've been looking for you at
Yes.
my other Florida shows. I didn't remember what city, but I've been looking for you." And I told Maria about you. And then after we did our photo with him, he turned to my husband and said, You're a lucky guy." And we walked out and my husband said, "Did you hear what he said?" He said, "You are very lucky to have me." I was like,
I missed that.
I heard him say, "You are lucky." So, but he was fantastic.
It was a night. It was a night. I loved every minute of it.
And he's lost a bunch of weight recently. Remember, he told us he'd been playing a lot of tennis and had a coach.
Yep.
He looked great.
He looked great. He
Yeah.
sounded amazing.
Mhm.
It definitely worth seeing. I mean, they give you a show, and could you believe how long they played? I mean,
No,
I
it
was
was
looking at my
great.
watch going, I'm normally have been sleeping in bed for 2.5 hours. I am in awe of how they can do this and be wide awake and be, I could never and it was a weeknight, which for me is very rare going out on a
Yeah.
weeknight.
They clearly have naps during the day.
Ugh,
Maybe
have
not the
to.
babies. Maybe not that young little lady that was the dancer.
Oh, no, they
She
don't
may
nap.
not need a nap. She might
No.
just sleep into 9:30, 10 and
Right.
be good. But I'm going to say that, and we'll ask her because guess what? We're going to be speaking with her. We will ask Maria if some of the older folks on that tour take naps during the
Yes,
day because
we
they
will.
have to. There's just no chance. So we'll ask about that. What is on your radar this week?
Okay, so what is on my radar? I had a wedding to go to, and it was a formal wedding. If you're over 60, maybe even I don't know about the ladies over 50, but if you're over 60 and you are trying to find a formal dress for a wedding, good luck.
Uh,
Good luck. You either have to look like an old lady, I mean old lady, like 80-year-old lady, or they're just unattractive or the colors are off. It was so terrible. So what did I do? I ended up just wearing something I already had, which of course it was black.
of
Hello.
course. Of
And it was
course.
fine. It was fine. I've just worn it to so many weddings that I wanted something new. But I might have to go into dress designing because I'm telling you, it is slim pickings out there for ladies over 60 when it comes to formal
Mhm.
wedding attire. And you don't want to spend thousands of dollars
No, of
on
course not.
someone else's
Yeah, if
wedding.
you're the mother of the bride or
That's,
groom, that's
you
different.
can spend a
I
little
still
more,
wouldn't want to,
but
but I'm saying at least
no,
you can
no.
justify it.
Um, well, I told you for my daughter's wedding, my dress cost $175 and no one could believe it. But I said, and it was sequins and gold, but I was not spending thousands of dollars on a dress that I would never, ever, ever wear again.
You can't wear it again
No,
because
no.
it's in all the photos.
It's in
You
every
cannot wear it
photo.
again. It can't be
I
worn
I
again.
I just I have a thing about, formal attire. I guess because as you get older, and I don't know if you see this, what are the chances that you're gonna be going to a lot of formal
Right.
events?
You're not yeah,
Very
it's not
rare.
red carpet season.
No, and I just even weddings, most of them that I go to are more they're not black tie.
Uh-huh.
So, you just don't wanna invest in a lot of really dressy, sequiny
Uh-huh.
things that cost a lot of money.
I'm
I
getting
don't
ready
know.
to host a black tie event, and I'm gonna go on a rental site and look
Right.
for something great, and then if that doesn't work out, I'm coming to your house.
I don't know if I have anything left, but my daughter just did that for a wedding she's going to.
Uh-huh. She
I
rented or
mean,
she came to your house?
no, no. She's done that a lot. No, for a dress because it was formal also,
Mhm.
and it was the most stunningly beautiful dress that was normally like 8 or $900, and she rented it, and she's gonna send it back, so, I mean, it fit her
Yeah.
like a glove.
That's fantastic. That's what I'm planning to do. I have a little bit
Yes.
of time before that rolls around, but yeah, that's the plan.
So what's
For
on yours?
well, I just watched a fantastic rom-com on Netflix called Office
I
Romance. It's
watched it
starring
last night
did
because you
you?
told
Starring
me.
Jennifer Lopez and Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso. He plays Roy on Ted Lasso. Their chemistry, I think, maybe
I
the
thought
best
so
chemistry
too.
she's ever had with another
Ever,
actor,
ever,
ever.
ever.
Fantastic chemistry, and they're doing
Much
a lot of press together, and the chemistry exists. It's
but much
awesome.
better than and I'm a huge wedding planner with Matthew McConaughey
Uh-huh.
fan with her. I thought this chemistry was it looked real.
It was so fantastic, and he's one of those guys that sometimes he looks sexy to me and sometimes he looks the complete opposite. He's also in Shrinking, which is by the makers of Ted Lasso, and he's a writer. So I knew he was one of the writers on this. He was a writer on Ted Lasso and wasn't ever going to be in Ted Lasso. He was just one of the creators. And so I knew he had this very edgy, funny sense of humor. This is a sweet rom-com, but it's edgy. It's like a no, they did not go there kind of howl out loud laughter movie. It's so funny.
And I was happy to see chest hair is back. How about you?
Big time chest hair is back,
I loved it. I
which is
loved it.
big on another show I'm watching, Rivals, which is a British show.
Oh, okay.
And Rivals, it's an English show and it sometimes you can tell like it's an American show made to be in England. This is like British to the point where sometimes I'm like, thank goodness the sub captions are on. But Declan, one of the main characters, is very hairy. And they just did a slow motion scene where they said, unbutton your shirt, show some hair. And he's riding a horse and his hair. It's just, yeah,
I've
big
always
hairy
had a
men.
thing about men who shave their chest because to me, hair means you're a man. When
Mhm.
you don't have hair, it's like you're a boy. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's how I've always felt. So I was never into the shaving of the chest hair kind of
Right.
thing. I mean, I know.
I'm not a chest hair person, but I would
Oh,
never
I am.
prefer shaved over real.
Wait. That's another thing. She like she and I liked the hair. I laughed because we always make comparisons how different we are.
Well,
So
that's good because if we were friends like we are now back in the day, the single days, we would never have to fight over a guy
right.
because
That's
you can
right.
have all the hairy ones.
Ex Maybe it's because I'm Greek and Lebanese, and it's the Middle Eastern thing, and you just don't see men with shaved chests that are older, like my age. I think
It's
that's a younger
survival of the
person. Yeah,
fittest.
yeah.
Your heritage would never have been able to procreate and continue if
Right, without
the
the
women were
hair.
bred with an aversion to hair.
Right, exactly.
So the only way to continue keeping the Greek
Yep,
livelihood, you have to have that inner, like, desire to be around a
right.
hairy man.
Yep,
There, it's science.
yeah, but it was good. I highly recommend it. If you like
Yeah.
rom-coms, I thought it was so right there. I mean, I
It's
just loved
Office
every
Romance on
Yes,
Netflix.
it was so great.
Really, really funny. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. You got anything else on your radar?
The only other thing is I have been experimenting with a lot of eye patches. I'm
Like a
really
pirate?
No, not those kind. The ones you put under your eyes. And I have literally, I must have 4 of the round containers in my refrigerator and then some that are in their own peel off bag.
Uh-huh.
I am been on the hunt to find the perfect depuffing, takes away the dark circles,
Uh-huh.
fine lines and wrinkles. And so far, I have one that is really, really on my radar, but it's too soon to discuss. But this is
Oh.
what I've been doing. I try them at different times, like morning, in the evening, y- one on one eye, one on the other
Are you
eye.
documenting it? Are you
I
writing it down?
I definitely have it documented in my head because
Okay.
I'm so picky about what I'm targeting.
Mhm.
So, I will get back to you guys, but
Okay.
I am determined to find the perfect eye under eye patch.
I love it. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for doing the work. My last radar thing is, I feel like I went to talk about this before and didn't, but argan oil. And that is for my hair and also skin, and then lately I've been using it, like, on my eyelashes and, on my eyebrows. It's just pure 100% pure argan oil, which is often recommended for people to smooth out their hair and get rid of the frizz, but I've been really kinda leaning into it. I even added a little one of my bottles, I even added a little perfume to, so when I put it all over my skin, I get my perfume smell, which I know is not your thing, and one
Right.
more thing
You
between
saw
us,
my facial
yeah,
expression.
she's not a perfume person, but yeah, so to me, it's like a very inexpensive, kind of locks in the moisture after a shower. I put some in my hair, it gives me a little more shine, little what do they call it? Little slip on my hair, so if I do this, if my hair slips, I just that's what's on my radar right now. Just look it up, investigate it. It's
See,
not
I'm
for
into
everyone.
jojoba oil.
It's
That's
a
mine.
similar oil, it's a
Yeah.
similar oil. Some oils they say are more I think the word is comedogenic, where it doesn't go into your pores
Yeah,
or
and
into your
that's
hair
why I
shaft.
use jojoba oil
Okay, so
because
because I
my
know
face breaks out.
right, so you're
Still,
very
ladies, any of you over 60, FYI, still
yeah.
break out.
Oh, I today, I had a little pimple right here, and I said to my husband, "I must have my period." He's like, "It's a miracle." I'm like, "That would not be a miracle." So after hysterectomy, I don't think so.
Yeah, right, exactly. You have
But
nothing to blame that pimple on.
yeah, I don't know what caused it. I was like, "What are you doing down there, buddy?" All right, why don't we take a quick break and come back with our topic, which is vegan plus bacon. I know it sounds strange, but I promise there's some research that went into this one. We'll be right back.
You know, summer's just around the corner, which means warmer temperatures, trips to the pool and golf course, Father's Day on June 21st, and grilling out in the backyard. Dad doesn't want another tie or watch. He wants the tender, juicy taste of his favorite steak grilled to perfection. So this Father's Day, give your grill master something the whole family will enjoy. The finest proteins from Omaha Steaks. Every steak and entree is flash frozen and vacuum sealed at the moment of carving. So no matter when your dad enjoys his meal, it will taste as fresh as the day it was carved. When you order from Omaha Steaks, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So you can order with complete confidence. A gift from Omaha Steaks is something the whole family can indulge in to celebrate the holiday. This Father's Day, give the dads in your life something to savor. World-famous Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with promo code YUM at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
June is Men's Health Month, and it's time to talk about what really matters. Mental health isn't weakness, it's strength. But too many men are told to tough it out, push it down, and stay silent. That ends now. 1 in 4 adults, including men, experience a mental health condition, and Hearts for Minds is here to break the stigma. Whether it's you, your brother, your dad, or your friend, mental health deserves attention. Visit heartsforminds.org to access resources, connect with care, and start the conversation that could change everything. You don't have to do this alone. Visit heartsforminds.org. Welcome back. We are talking today about the vegan plus bacon principle, which basically stemmed from a video where somebody said, let's say you want to be a vegan, but you know you can't give up bacon. All right, so be a vegan plus bacon. And the way that this is meant to be taken is all or nothing thinking makes change harder. Meaning if you think it has to be all or nothing about everything you do in life, it makes it harder to start. So the all or nothing thinking is kind of like this, and I'm going to tell you some of the things it could apply to. Exercise, reading, studying, therapy, practicing instruments, eating more vegetables, being on social media less. And the idea is, let's take exercise, for example. If I decide I want to start going to the gym, I have to go for an hour every day. Or how about this? You could go for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You don't have to decide like some big blanket statement, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it all the way. You don't have to whole ass it. You can half ass it sometimes and still get benefits. I think we're
I
always told go
I
all the way
agree.
in.
I agree. I have noticed, especially now that I'm older,
Uh-huh.
that if I try to do something to the extreme like that, like where I'm just gonna cut out a whole food group or I'm just gonna exercise for 2 hours straight, never happens anymore. It has to be where I have some sort of flexibility in it
Mm-hmm.
because I almost feel anxiety when I do it the other way. Like, "Oh, no, I had, one mini chocolate chip cookie. Now I'm doomed." And then you feel guilty
Yeah.
and anxiety. So I don't buy into the all or nothing type way of doing things. I don't care what it involves. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even in organization, people are like, if I don't organize the whole entire house, forget it. I mean, one room won't do because then it just never happens. It never works that
Right.
way. You have to take small baby steps to me in doing something that is that, especially being a vegan. For me, I'm a huge meat eater, and
Right.
that would be really tough for me.
Right. But let's just say, and exactly what you just said, but let's just say you, like me, are trying to increase your protein intake. And there's a meal that you want to have at a restaurant that you love, and the meal that you love at that restaurant doesn't have meat in it. Okay. So I'm trying to get more protein, but I'm still going to go to the place where I love their blah, blah, blah salad because not every meal, I'm still going to benefit from the other 2 meals during the day where I got the protein in. So I didn't do 3 meals that day. Okay. You don't have to just decide, throw your hands up in the air and say, I'm a failure. And I think the way that they describe it in the slideshow that I have in front of me basically was saying, here's an example of practicing the piano. I have to practice my hardest piece every single day. Or how about this? You could take a break. You could play something different. You could practice just scales for 5 minutes, or you could play chopsticks for 1 minute. You're still playing the piano.
Yep. I mean, my philosophy, and this isn't fatalistic, this is just, I would say in the last 10 years, so since I turned 50, my philosophy is, so say everyone wants to go to a steakhouse, but you don't eat steak. My philosophy is if I miss that steak, even though I really, really, really want it, if I drop dead tomorrow and I'm up in heaven and I'm looking down and I'm like, you could have just eaten that one steak. It wouldn't have killed you because you're dead. I mean, I feel like people miss out on
Mhm.
some pleasures and enjoyment, especially as they get older and they still try to stick to that same philosophy. I feel like you're missing out on a lot of pleasurable things that, bring you joy, and you
Yes.
don't do them.
Or you're afraid to put a label on something because you don't think you're doing it as much as someone else. And this happens all the time in the running community. I'm not a runner like you're a runner. Well, you say that, but if you run and it's at, a 15-minute pace and you're doing it once a month, you're running. It's nobody's here to decide who's doing the most.
Well,
And
coming from a non-runner, you're right. If you run even up the block, you're a runner to me.
right, exactly. It's all relative, and you don't have to be all into any one thing. So,
Yep,
to
I
say I'm
agree.
not an artist, but you like to doodle, then you're an artist. And as far as I'm concerned, you're what you want to be. And you don't have to check every single box to be a part of any single movement. You don't have to complete every single task to feel like you're worthy of calling yourself anything. And that's vegan plus bacon. That's saying, you know, maybe I should have more plant in my diet. So I'll eat some more plants. Doesn't mean you have to cut out everything else. Just you do you, boo, as the
Well,
kids used to
exactly,
say.
and also, I mean, every day is a different day. I always say that about everything. The mood you're in, something bad may happen one day, but tomorrow's a new day. Same with, okay, if you had a piece of bacon, it doesn't ruin your whole week. Tomorrow's a new day, and just pick up where you left off. I think people beat themselves up so
Mhm.
much over little tiny things, and that's the joy about being over 50 is you don't really beat yourself up that much anymore over like the little things because there are so many other real important things that you don't do what you did when you were under 50 where you like really focused on, like you said, vegan plus bacon. I
There
can't,
yeah.
you know.
There's a saying, and I want to give you the opposites of this saying, but there's a saying that says good enough is the enemy of excellence. But in this particular case, perfection is the enemy of good.
Yep,
Just
I agree.
think on that for a minute. If you feel like you're not doing it all the way, doesn't mean you're not doing it. Good for you for doing or not doing whatever it is.
I 100% agree, and that's why in my business, people want everything to be perfect, and then it is, and I leave, and it becomes normal life where people are living in their home and enjoying it, and then they feel like it's not perfect anymore, and you can do both. It doesn't have to be all the time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I just think that people get to extremes and then they get depressed and miserable.
Exactly. Exactly. So no more perfection. No more striving for perfection. Let's strive instead for some happiness and some forgiveness and some
And
grace.
and enjoying one day at a time, because that's really all we have in my opinion. I mean, you're not guaranteed more than that, so
Yep.
enjoy the day. I say have that cookie. That's just me, but
Have that bacon, you vegan.
yeah, have that bacon, have that one cookie, like
Yes.
the sprinkle thing that's going on right now, the sprinkle cakes. Where
Dots. Yeah, the
yeah, the
dots.
dot cakes or
Dot
whatever you call
cakes.
them. I literally was like, "I'm having one of those." End of
Yes.
story. Like, I saw that they made them at a local bakery. I'm like, "I'm going up there and I'm getting a dot cake."
I reached out yesterday to a bakery that's doing a bunch of those dot cakes, and I was like, when can I show up and record a segment with you for our TV show? Because yum, I love sprinkles. So let's
Oh,
lean heavily into the
and
sprinkles.
you know what? I'll join you and have one with you.
Let's put that back on our radar. Dot
Yes,
cakes.
yes,
You don't know what they are? Look them up.
yes.
Okay, great. So we're going to take a quick break and come back with some organizational tips for you, or at least one good one.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
We are back, and we're gonna talk about an organizational tip. I actually saw this. Are we gonna do this one, the one I saw
Yes.
and sent to you, and ask
Yes.
you what you thought? Called
Yes.
house mapping. And
Yep.
house mapping is about moving things around to, I guess, aid you in being more organized or prevent you from being less organized. This is something that you have an opinion about.
Well, first of all, I always like to say this. Whatever it takes to get someone organized, I'm 100% on board with. I never say what anybody is doing is negative or not working because everybody's different. And if it works for you, I 100% think you should do it. I did read about this and it said house mapping is a simple decluttering method that you might already be doing. This is just where you simply map out the problem areas in your home, identify where clutter builds up most, and create systems that make cleaning easier to maintain. That was the gist of it. And so, for instance, if you're always throwing laundry in this one corner of the bedroom, instead of doing that, go get a hamper and put it in that corner. Or go get a tree and put it in that corner, like something more decorative so you're not throwing it on the floor and you're putting it in the laundry room. So,
Right.
like I said, I mean, I personally just my philosophy is everything just needs a home and it will stay organized. But if this is something where it's more to me, this is something more about habits.
Yes.
You're in the habit of doing something, and so you're trying to break that habit, and how can you break it? Well, put a laundry basket in that corner instead of throwing the clothes on the on the
I
floor, and I do think that would work for some people, I really do. I think you once you break those habits, then you retrain your brain,
yeah.
and you think about it before you do it. So, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that because now I have a hamper there." So I definitely think it's worth a try for sure.
It makes all the sense in the world to apply it to the way you think, because in my own bathroom, I had this little narrow area, and you said slide a hamper in there. And then whenever that hamper's not there, like maybe we've rolled it down the hallway to do the laundry, it only takes about 5 minutes before I see a pile of clothes in the exact spot where the hamper was. Nobody's saying, oh, wait, the hamper's down the hall. Let me go ahead and walk down the hall. It's
Right,
just that's the spot. Our brains are going to the spot. My husband moved the garbage can in the kitchen across the room as a permanent
right.
home. And I'm telling you, it is making me bonkers. I'm wondering, will I ever not have to go zigzag to find the garbage can?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So I think, geographically, we're conditioned, but it is all about habits, like you just said.
Right, right. But, like I said, try it. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Try thinking about it. If
Yeah.
you have a place where, the mail is always getting dropped, keys, whatever, maybe
Right.
a basket or an organizer right in
Yes.
that spot. So it's about some geography. All right. Well, that about does it for this episode. So we talked a lot about not letting perfection get in the way of you being good. I know there are some people out there who would say the opposite, but hey, that's their podcast you can go listen to.
Right.
For us, we're like, you do your best, and we're
Right.
happy to
Right.
know you. We always love it if you could share our podcast with just one girlfriend, one sister, one cousin, anyone you can think of. And until we meet again, remember, you can add all the broccoli you want to your diet, but if you think you can't add that one piece of bacon, that idea, you can let it go.
And don't look back.